Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kaufman is Alive YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old, and today I'm looking at the comics I picked up at the comic book shop today. Brand new comics. So let's get into it. The only Image comic I bought this week was Spawn number 354. Puppeteer Lee's on the cover there. Of course, Brett Booth's on art. Rory McConville is the writer with additional scripts by Todd McFarlane. He's got to get his name in the credits there somewhere. Big fan of Brett Booth's art. He's become the main Spawn artist since issue 350. If you're not familiar with Brett Booth, he's been around since the early days of Image. Created his own character Backlash that had his own ongoing series for a while. He did a lot of work for Wildcats and did some fill-in work on X-Men in recent years. Got Spawn battling vampires here. It's basically Spawn in the Blood Hunt. He might as well be in Marvel's Blood Hunt because he's battling his own version of Dracula. And the vampires are coming after him. So I really like Brett Booth's art, like I said. Him being the main Spawn artist is really freaking cool. I was already reading Spawn, and just having him become the main artist was icing on the cake to me. So before this, he was doing Gunslinger Spawn, and I just imagine that Todd McFarlane just loved his work so much on that he made him the main Spawn artist. So Spawn number 354, there you go. Looks good, and I'd recommend it for sure. Then I got Titans number 12. This is the only DC comic book I've been reading. Tom Taylor's the writer. Lucas Meyer is the artist. And the cover is not by Lucas Meyer. Chris Samney and Matthias Lopez is the art on the cover here, and I do like these covers they've been doing in the last few issues of Titans. I kind of like the artwork on the cover better than the artwork on the interiors, which is something you get a lot of in comics these days, where the cover art doesn't match the comic inside. Just like Spawn here, although I love the interior art, so I'm not complaining there, but. I do like the art in Titans, though. I'm not trying to discount the artist here, Lucas Meyer, but he's doing a good job. I'd prefer more self-contained stories here, though. So far in Titans, it just seems like one kind of long saga, multi-issue saga after another. Right as the series started going, it got interrupted by the Beast World DC crossover, which, even though the Titans were like the main focal points of that, I just felt like it kind of derailed the series a bit. But I'm still hanging on. Issue 12 here. We got Raven teasing turning heel here, basically. And they're going against this Super Titan who showed up in the last issue, who's got all the powers of the Titans, and she thought that the Titans were evil. She's been brainwashed. Amanda Waller is after the Titans, and Trigon is also, trying to make a move on the Titans here by turning Raven against them. So there are a lot of big things on the horizon that they're building up to. I hope that it gets paid off. So yeah, DC Titans 12. I haven't read any of these comics yet. I just picked them up at the store, and I'm flipping through them right now for the first time. So let me know. Have you been reading Titans, though? Are you reading any DC books? I picked up Moon Knight, Vengeance of the Moon Knight, number 5. This is a Blood Hunt crossover. This is the second printing of this issue. And all the second printings have this blood layout where they took the original cover, which was a normal issue that was colored in, and they just covered it in blood. So I didn't pick this up when it first came out. I meant to. They were already sold out when I got to the store. This issue, number 5. I've been collecting all the Vengeance of the Moon Knight issues so far. Really like Alessandro Capuccio's art. Jed MacKay, obviously, he's pretty much writing everything at Marvel right now. So some good writing here too. Here's a look at some of the art. This is the same team that was on the Moon Knight series before this. And then it switched over to Vengeance of the Moon Knight after Moon Knight was killed in the final issue. So this basically is a team book that follows the Midnight Mission. You could have called this book Midnight Mission, but they probably felt like they were going to sell more books calling it Vengeance of the Moon Knight. So, and there's this other Moon Knight that has shown up, so you know the Vengeance of the Moon Knight title does kind of make sense. We found out in the last issue who the Moon Knight is, the fake Moon Knight. I won't spoil it for you if you haven't read it. But I've really enjoyed Vengeance of the Moon Knight, and this art looks really good in this book too. I like the character 8-Ball, who's got just like a giant 8-ball head. He's kind of a joke character, but yeah, there he gets his limelight there. 8-Ball corner pocket. Nice catchphrase, bub. So, and then the back of this issue, they've got some pages from the first issue of Blood Hunt number 1, which I've already covered extensively. I've already given my thoughts on Blood Hunt. Definitely got some mixed feelings on it. Wouldn't have bought this as a tie-in, except that it's already in a series that I was collecting anyway, The Vengeance of the Moon Knight. So the only other Blood Hunt tie-in that I'm gonna collect is this Wolverine. I'm a big fan of the art in these books here by Juan Jose Rip. He was doing some Wolverine art on the main Wolverine title before it just ended, and so this kind of just seems like a continuation of that. So I'm all in on that, and hopefully it ties up the Wolverine and vampire storyline that was also going on in the main Wolverine titles about maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago by now. But back then, they even said the vampires would be back, so I've been waiting for them to get their hands on Wolverine, and that's what we're getting here. I like this cover too. This isn't the main cover. I got a variant here. It's Nick Bradshaw. It's kind of a cartoony cover. I liked it though. It's a totally different style than what's on the inside, which, like I was talking about earlier, can be good and bad. So as long as they're both solid, you know, I'm not going to complain. It's just when you get a cover that looks so much better than the interior art, that's where it's a real bummer, and I think it can really turn off, you know, new readers too. People just get really confused. The last comic I picked up today, Ultimate Spider-Man number 6. Jonathan Hickman is the writer. Marco Checchetto's finally back on art here. I can't recommend this series enough. I'm not reading any of the other Spider-Man series, so I can't say, you know, this is the best Spider-Man series going today. I was reading Amazing Spider-Man months ago and dropped it, and I usually don't pick up any of the other things like Superior Spider-Man or Spider-Boy. But this is an excellent series. Pretty much putting Spider-Man back to where he needs to be, in my opinion. Married to Mary Jane. They even have kids. But we're learning. But Spider-Man is learning how to be Spider-Man, and you know it's a fresh start, and I really enjoy it here. We got Kingpin battling Spider-Man, and this is the final issue of the first story arc as well. So Again, not too many self-contained issues here, unfortunately. You kind of got to read all 6 issues to get the full story. But fun stuff. And well written and well drawn. So can't ask for anything more there. I want to thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And I'll see you on the next one.